Hi there, this is the monthly forecast for March 2019 for Pisces Risings. So starting out on the 1st of the month, Venus will enter Aquarius, moving into your 12th house. Where Venus goes, she can bring a sense of ease and harmony and good things to that area of life, basically. And it's happening in a more internal, subdued part of your sky that has to do with withdrawing and with meditating and spirituality and introspection. So there could just be an eased sense of those activities. I know when Venus is transited my 12th house, I just really like the meditating. But more behind the scenes developments could have a lot more harmony and loveliness to them. On the 5th, there will be a Mercury retrograde starting in your 1st house. And this Mercury retrograde will be particularly hazy because it'll be in the sign of Pisces with Neptune, and there will probably just be quite a bit of misunderstanding or delay or of verbal fogginess in some way or another. With it in your 1st house of self, I would be particularly careful about the way that you yourself are communicating or anything regarding yourself, like communications about you. There's just more of a likelihood for snafus or mishaps. So be careful about the way that you are interpreting things, the way that you are putting out into the world, your expression, and overall, just don't take things too seriously. There will definitely be changes and adaptations necessary. Just don't sign any major contracts and keep an open mind to adapting with what's necessary. On the 6th, Uranus will move into Taurus in your 3rd house. And about a year ago, Uranus already moved into Taurus in your 3rd house, but then it retrograded back into Aries. And with it now firmly in Taurus for the next 7 years to come, there will be radical changes brought to your area of communication and siblings and short-term travel. Uranus teaches us that we don't know what we don't know, so it's not a transit that we can really pinpoint down what exactly is going to happen, but you can expect that there will be new paradigms and ways of thinking that will then manifest literally in terms of your communication style or your interactions with your siblings, and you can expect that to manifest in the greater part of the next decade. Also on the 6th, there will be a new moon in Pisces in your 1st house, and new moons are times of new beginnings and planting seeds for the next 6 months to come. So with it in your 1st house of self, if there's something regarding self-improvement, whether that's mental or physical or something regarding you that you've been wanting to set out on, it might be a good time to get the mental ball rolling for that. It probably isn't the best time to set it into motion with Mercury retrograde happening in your 1st as well, but that idea will probably be coming into mind for what you want to move forward on if there's something you want to develop with your self-identity. Near the middle of the month, around the 14th through the 20th, Mars will trine Saturn and Pluto in an aspect of supreme harmony, connecting your 3rd and 11th houses. So basically, a house related to your communication or siblings will be in supreme harmony to work with a house related to your social gatherings, the groups you're part of, the alliances and friends you have. So there was probably something you've been working on that you've been trying to connect that involves your communication and groups you're a part of. Like an example could be social media about an organization you're a part of. Middle of the month will definitely have the drive and the grounded intensity to get shit done if you need to during this time. On the 21st, there will be a full moon in Libra in your 8th house, and full moons are times of culmination and something coming to fruition for that area of life that we've been working on for the past 6 months. And it's in a house relating to your shared finances, like joint assets with others. It could be inheritances or money you get from someone else. So something may have been developing for the past half a year financially with someone else, and now it is coming to a head or culminating or is being celebrated. On the 26th, Venus will move into your 1st house in your own sign of Pisces, and this is exciting because when Venus moves into our 1st house, we can kind of have more of a beauty or an air of ease about us. People tend to find us more attractive. We tend to find it more amiable interacting with the world. And also on the 28th, Mercury will station direct in your 1st house of Pisces, so we can also gain some clarity regarding the delays or misunderstandings about us that were happening during the Mercury retrograde. So 26th, but especially 28th onward, you can expect some more ease and some more clarity regarding your sense of self or the Mercury retrograde shit that involved you this month. Finally, on the 31st, Mars will move into your 4th house of Gemini. And where Mars goes, it can bring some increased drive to get shit done, and it can also bring some increased frustrations or accidents if we were born during the day especially. So within your 4th house of home and family, you may have more energy to put forth towards projects regarding home or family life, like renovations or doing things with your family. but there could also be the risk of like coming on too strong somehow with your family, or offending someone, or impulsively taking some hasty action regarding your home or like property. So make sure that your energy is directed in a meaningful, dedicated way, not necessarily in a way that is impulsive or abrasive. Overall, this month is really going to be asking for self-analysis and stepping back and moving forward with developments that you want to take in terms of self-growth. So I hope this was helpful. I do private consultations at the link below. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you soon.